Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thomas Spark. Welcome back to another video. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be giving you a safe and anonymous torrent guide for 2026. I'm going to be going over what VPN to choose, the different methods available, which one you might be interested in, guides and resources to how to do those things, as well as mentioning some open source projects I've made available for anyone to use to take advantage of some of these methods. Alright guys, if that sounds good, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned on the channel for more VPN related content or torrenting content or just even privacy content. I'd really appreciate a like and thumbs up to help the channel grow. And guys, if you like what's in this video, I'm going to be putting an affiliate link for the VPN mentioned in this video to help support the channel. If you click on that link, you'll get an extra month and any available discount as well. My channel is pretty rare because I don't accept sponsorships. I only use affiliate links that VPN providers have, as well as other products like Amazon.com. So if you guys want to help support the channel and you want a discount on the best VPNs that I've reviewed every single one myself, look down in the description down below. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the safe and anonymous torrenting guide for 2026. So I kind of made this little whiteboard. So let's go ahead and talk about the VPN first. You know, you're going to need a VPN when it comes to torrenting because it anonymizes your IP address and encrypts your internet traffic from your ISP so they can't see what you're doing. A VPN is essential for torrenting, and that's really what you need. Maybe you already have one, but in this video, you might be interested also in switching VPNs. But guys, really quick, let's go ahead and talk about what makes a good VPN for torrenting. So guys, you need a couple different things, and some of these things you might think are pretty self-explanatory, like speeds, for example. Speeds can really vary between VPNs. Most of the big VPNs nowadays are pretty fast though, so that's a pretty good kind of thing to look for. That said, some of the things like WireGuard configuration. So WireGuard, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the newest protocol and the most official protocol, and it's one of those protocols that you really want to be supported. But, you know, even though most VPNs support WireGuard, not every VPN supports it in the same way. So, for example, NordVPN doesn't support WireGuard configuration, so it's not as customizable when it comes to your torrent setup. You could use only OpenVPN configurations, or you have to kind of do the noob method and just use NordVPN as an application and then open up qBittorrent. So there's just a little bit of limited configuration there, and we'll discuss a little bit more on what that means later on. Next up, we can talk about price. Now, VPNs, when it comes to price, is not equal at all. This is probably one of the biggest differentiators, and I'm going to be picking Surfshark for this video because it's only $50 for 2 years. This is an insanely good deal, and with my link, like I said, you get even an extra month, making it an even better deal. It's $20 cheaper than Proton, and it's almost, it's $31 cheaper than Nord for 2 years. So this is a VPN. After 2 years, it will increase the price like Proton and Nord, but you can always cancel your auto renewal and just come back here to get maybe even a better deal. So Surfshark being $50 for 2 years is an incredible deal and makes it really like $1 or $2 a month. So definitely a very solid pickup for that. Next up, we can talk about Linux support, and Surfshark has always had really good Linux support. I've tested it with various containers and stuff like that, and it's never really given me issues, whereas other VPNs like Proton VPN have given me some issues when testing them in various Docker containers, which is something you might want to take advantage of when it comes to some of the torrenting things we'll be discussing soon. Next up, you also want a VPN that is P2P friendly, and now this is most VPNs, but some VPNs block you on United States servers and so forth, but Surfshark doesn't do that. And you want a VPN generally that has RAM servers, so it can't really collect logs about you and store any data about you because it all gets purged anyways. So those are some of the foundational things I look for when it comes to VPN, and that's why I fundamentally believe for this video I'm going to be choosing Surfshark as the best VPN. With a combined value, WireGuard configuration, and all the essentials as well, I think it's the best choice. But if you don't want to use Surfshark, you don't have to. It just might be worth switching to because it's probably cheaper than the VPN you're using and more customizable as well. So guys, now we're going to be talking about the different torrent methods. We have the easiest, a little bit more complex, but maybe more convenient, and most secure method. So first up, let's talk about the easiest torrent method. So this is going to be your basic bitch kind of qBittorrent method. You turn a VPN on, you connect to it, you launch qBittorrent, and you just kind of plug and play magnet links, and that's how you do it. Now there is some variation here to make it even better. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. If you guys want a full qBittorrent master guide, I did want to make one of those on the channel, so check that out just recently. But basically what you're going to do is go to the options, and then go to the bottom page here, advanced, and you're going to go to look for the network interface. What you're going to want to do is you want to link it to whatever VPN connection you have. So as you can see, I have one for Surfshark when it comes to OpenVPN, but with that one, you're going to want to look for Surfshark's WireGuard connection. So sometimes what you actually need to do is turn your VPN on and connect it, and then you'll see the interface. So as you can see right here, Surfshark WireGuard is on. So once you do this and you bind it to it and you click apply, basically qBittorrent's never going to be able to torrent anything without Surfshark being on. So it's just like a little kill switch method, which is definitely very, very convenient for torrenting with Surfshark, and just you could really do that with any other VPN as well. So that's pretty much your basic bitch method, your simple, easy method. But we also have other methods too. And now we have this one, which is probably like a little bit more complicated to set up, but I actually helped you out, guys, here. When it comes to the most secure method, we have a Docker setup method. Now, if you don't know what Docker is, it's just a little whale. But more seriously, it's like a application that you could use pretty much in any operating system, whether that be Windows, Linux, or anything like that. And it pretty much just makes these secure, isolated environments, or containers is really what they are. Think of it kind of like a secure, isolated folder that's running its own stuff inside that can't get outside. So the cool thing about this when it comes to VPNs is you could protect everything inside that little Docker container with VPN always on, and anything that goes on in that container is always going to be protected by a VPN. So that's why people do it with VPNs. So it's a pretty cool thing. You could even get qBittorrent working in there with this method. So that's definitely something you might want to take advantage of. Now, guys, if you want to check out my GitHub in the description down below, I've made a couple different scripts here. I have a privacy suite right here, one-shot matrix installation, and one-shot torrent installation. So basically what this one is it supports Nord, Proton, and Surfshark, some of my top VPNs. And pretty much you can use this script to install a Docker container, qBittorrent, and secure it like that. This should contain the guide for how to get started, and the script shows you how it works, as well as remote connection as well. So go ahead and check this out if this is a method you want to use. And also, guys, if you have any issues with this one, make sure to let me know in the issues tab so I could just go ahead and check that and make sure everything's working. I haven't really worked on this script for like a month, but it should still work. And let me know if you have any issues with that in the issues section, and I'll be sure to help you out. But this is just kind of like my quick and dirty way to get people set up with this method, because it does require a little bit more knowledge. But if you used Docker before, this is definitely something to set up that's pretty easy, and you can even follow along with this guide. So that's probably the most secure method. Now we also have the most automated method. So when it comes to automated method, like I said, I also made a script for that as well. This is called the TomSpark Privacy Suite. Now what this does, it's an even bigger script that will pretty much make it so you can install a couple different applications, whether that be your media server like Jellyfin. It also supports various applications like Prowler, Sonar, Radar. These are applications that work together to pretty much like automate your media server. Let's say a new Torrent Linux server comes out, or a show that's not copyright protected. By the way, guys, I do not endorse you to download copyright protected content. Always check with the local laws in your country. But let's say a copyright free show comes out and you want to download the next one. You can kind of automate those methods, get it working with different things like Discord or other things. And this kind of script I made is a pretty involved way to kind of install all of them quickly. So also, if you want to check that out, it also does support Surfshark and some of those other top VPNs like I mentioned. So those are the three options when it comes to, your torrenting method. Now you might be saying, Tom, whatever method I chose, how do I make sure that it is secure? Well, fortunately, there are ways to kind of check for that. So there's a website called ipleak.net, and it has this torrent address detection feature, which you could go ahead and activate. And basically what this is you download this magnet link, put it in qBittorrent, and then once it's in there, you could go back to this website and it'll tell you if your VPN is on or not. Just a little quick and dirty way to do that, if that's something you want to do. But as long as you have your VPN on, it's connected, you should be pretty good, especially if you kind of bind it to the adapter like I was saying before. So guys, that's pretty much my quick and anonymous and safe torrenting guide for 2026. There's a couple different options you have. You can also choose other VPNs if you want as well. Let me know down in the comments down below if you have any questions, or if you're having any issues with any of these GitHubs you might want to take advantage of for some of these scripts. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video very soon.